Hello, teacher.
Hi, Flor. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Okay, Flor, we're going to start with a little exercise. Like I mentioned, some of the tips that I gave you yesterday. So we're going to watch a little video. We're going to have like images and some other sources that are going to help you to understand a little bit the audio. No, pay attention to the information. And afterwards, I'm going to ask you some questions related with the video. Okay? So are you ready? This is a 4-minute video.
Yes.
Okay. You don't need to take notes, but you can take notes if you want. But you don't have. So let's start. This video is going to talk about diet. All right, let's start. So,
conventional wisdom about diet.
Okay, one more time, sorry.
Conventional wisdom about diets, including government health recommendations, seems to change all the time. And yet ads routinely come about claiming to have the answer about what we should eat. So how do we distinguish what's actually healthy from what advertisers just want us to believe is good for us? Marketing takes advantage of the desire to drop weight fast and be stronger, slimmer, and brighter. And in the big picture, diet plans promising dramatic results, known as fad diets, are just what they seem. Too good to be true. So where did diet fads even come from? While the ancient Greeks and Romans rallied behind large-scale health regimens centuries earlier, this phenomenon began in earnest in the Victorian era with crazes like the vinegar diet and the Banting diet. Since then, diets have advised us all sorts of things: to excessively chew, to not chew at all, to swallow a grapefruit per meal, nonstop cabbage soup, even consumption of arsenic or tapeworms. If the idea of diet crazes has withstood history, could this mean that they work? In the short term, the answer is often yes. Low carbohydrate plans, like the popular Atkins or South Beach diets, have an initial diuretic effect. Sodium is lost until the body can balance itself out, and temporary fluid weight loss may occur. With other high-protein diets, you might lose weight at first, since by restricting your food choices, you are dropping your overall calorie intake. But your body then lowers its metabolic rate to adjust to the shift, lessening the diet's effect over time and resulting in a quick reversal if the diet is abandoned. So while these diets may be alluring early on, they don't guarantee long-term benefits for your health and weight. A few simple guidelines, though, can help differentiate between a diet that is beneficial in maintaining long-term health and one that only offers temporary weight changes. Here's the first tip-off. If a diet focuses on intensely cutting back calories or on cutting out entire food groups like fat, sugar, or carbohydrates, chances are it's a fad diet. And another red flag is ritual. When the diet in question instructs you to only eat specific foods, prescribed combinations, or to opt for particular food substitutes like drinks, bars, or powders. The truth is, shedding pounds in the long run simply doesn't have a quick fix solution. Not all diet crazes tout weight loss. What about claims of superfoods, cleanses, and other body-boosting solutions? Marketing emphasizes the allure of products associated with ancient and remote cultures to create a sense of mysticism for consumers. While so-called superfoods like blueberries or acai do add a powerful punch of nutrients, their super transformative qualities are largely exaggeration. They are healthy additions to a balanced diet, yet often they're marketed as part of sugary drinks or cereals, in which case the negative properties outweigh the benefits. Cleanses, too, may be great in moderation, since they can assist with jump-starting weight loss, and can increase the number of fresh fruits and vegetables consumed daily. Scientifically speaking, though, they've not yet been shown to have either a long-term benefit or to detox the body any better than the natural mechanisms already in place. Everywhere we look, we're offered solutions to how we can look better, feel fitter, and generally get ahead. Food is no exception, but advice on what we should eat is best left to the doctors and nutritionists who are aware of our individual circumstances. Diets and food fads aren't inherently wrong. Circumstantially, they might even be right, just not for everyone, all of the time.
All right, great. So we're going to start with some questions. Let me show you. Oh, sorry. So, could you try? Oh, no, sorry. There. Could you try to summarize the video in 3 ideas, please?
Okay. The video talk about the importance of a good diet.
Okay, great. What else?
Other point, it is that there are red flags of a diet. For example, when you just eat a type of food is not good for the health.
All right. What else?
Finally, it's important to know that the diet had to be a balance
All right.
between different type of food that the body needs.
All right, great. So they mentioned some positive and negative things about diets, no? Mostly what or how to recognize a diet which is not going to help you and how it could maybe go against what you want, no? If you want to lose weight, some diets doesn't really help you to lose weight, right?
Yes.
All right. So now I'm going to ask you some questions, like some personal questions. Okay, so now you're going to mention some things about yourself. All right. So the first question for you, Flor, is do you count the calories of your food? Do you ever count the calories?
No, I don't count. But I see other persons read the calories in the bag of the food.
In the food, no? Yes, sometimes it's just simply to see, no, how much calories has one product compared with other one, no? So let's see the next one. Next question. Did you ever diet, Flor? And if you did, what diets did you try?
Yes. When I feel that I need to start to reduce my calories, I just try to avoid the dinner.
Okay.
And eat less in my food.
All right.
Just that.
All right. Yeah, I did try that before too. Next question, please. Do you try to eat healthy? And if you do, what do you do?
I am not a healthy person,
Mhm.
but I try to eat salad in my lunch. Sometimes fruits.
Okay. So you said I'm not a healthy person, but you try, no? So remember always contractions. We always use contractions in informal conversation. No, for example, right now we're having an informal conversation. So always remember, try to use contractions. No, instead of saying I am, say am. No, or
Okay.
saying she is, not she's. Or instead of saying they are, not they are. And anything else? Okay, that's enough. Okay, let's continue with it. Okay, this is like very personal question. So, what is a healthy diet in your opinion? Flor? What do you think is a healthy diet?
I think a healthy diet is a combination of different food that your body needs, like protein,
Protein, that's correct.
salad, fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the meat is necessary,
Mm-hmm.
but it's important to know the quantity of each food we need.
All right, great. So remember when we are talking about like generally speaking, no, when we are generalizing, we use plurals. No, it's like saying people or like saying animals or maybe students. No, we always speak in plural when we are talking like in general. So for example, if you're mentioning like it's important to eat protein, no proteins, could maybe fruits, vegetables, because we're talking in general, right? Many different type of fruits or vegetables. If you're talking about one specific fruit or one specific vegetable, yes, you can mention it in singular. But generally speaking, we should speak in plural, no? People, children, animals, etc. No table, blah, 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 what anything. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see the next one. Next personal question. All right. Next question. So, do you exercise to lose weight? Yes or no?
Mm, yes, I do. Recently, I try to do exercise
Mm-hmm.
every day.
All right, great. And what do you practice?
Um, it's just go to the gym and do the exercise that the coach give me.
Oh, all right, great. That's awesome. So, do you like going to the gym?
Yes, yes, Ali.
All right, that's awesome. And so you go there every day, no?
Yes, I try to go every day, but it's mm, I don't know how to say, but I don't, I can't go every day.
Okay, but you try to go every day.
Yes,
All right. And how long do you stay in the gym when you go?
2 months.
Oh, okay. Oh, no, sorry. I wasn't saying for how long you're going. Not for how long. you know, how long do you go? How long each time that you go? How long do you stay in the gym or at the gym?
Every day.
Yeah, when you go, how many hours are you there, or how many minutes?
It's just 1 hour.
Okay, okay, great. So around 1 hour.
Yes.
Okay, great, awesome. All right, so let's continue. Okay, I'm going to give you one tip while we speak. Always try to give a little bit more information. No, so for example, the question is like yes, no, right? Do you exercise to lose weight? So the grammatically correct answer will be yes, maybe, or yes, sometimes, or maybe no, I don't like exercising. Maybe, no? That's an example. Well, exercise, sorry. But when we're speaking, so for example, this is a practice of conversation, right? We're going back and forward. I ask you something, you answer, blah blah blah. No, we're having a conversation. Always try to give a little bit more information. So for example, you go, yeah, sometimes, but you can then add a little bit more information. Yeah, sometimes, but I try to do sometimes. I don't know. I'm going to give an example. Okay, I try to bike once a week. I don't know. You can add a bit more information. Maybe say also I like to swim when I can. No, so always try to give a bit more information. Don't just give like the answer of the question. You know what I mean? Always try to engage a bit more, and then you can ask also. Oh, what about you? I know I'm the teacher, no, but sometimes we have to, because we're having a conversation, right? And you can also ask some questions. Oh, what about you? Do you practice anything? Do you exercise or not? You know, English is a very casual and maybe friendly. It's a very friendly language. So always try to speak. No, try to always speak a little bit more, ask some questions. You know what I mean, Fleur?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, great. All right. So remember, we're practicing. So anything that you want to say it. All right. Let's continue. Let's see the next question. And let me check. Okay, the next. Okay. Do you eat carbs? Do you know what are carbs, Fleur?
Carbohidratos.
Yes, exactly. So bread, pasta, noodles, pizza. Do you eat carbs?
Yes, I eat in my food.
Yeah.
Because I like. I try to eat in my lunch, but no eat my dinners.
Oh, not a dinner. All right. Remember when we are mentioning maybe things. Okay, we're going to make a difference between my and mine. Okay, my is anything that maybe it's yours. No, my cell phone, my I don't know, my clothes, my house. No, then when we say mine, it's we are saying that belongs to me. No, that's mine. This is mine, or that cell phone, it's mine. No, it's possession. But we don't use possession with food because we don't need to. So for example, for lunch, instead of saying for my lunch, no, we just say lunch, for lunch. Or maybe for dinner or for breakfast, no, anything. But it's just for, and you mentioned the type of food or not that you are going to eat. So you don't say mine. It's not necessarily, no, because I mean, you are eating, no? It's not necessarily to say mine, for my lunch or for my dinner. Just say lunch or dinner or breakfast. All right?
Okay.
Okay, awesome. Let's do the next one. Do you try to cut, oh, sorry. Do you try to cut sugars or salt from your diet? You know, like candy or maybe something very salty.
Mm,
You know, the meaning of cut is like to stop eating. Maybe to stop
okay.
eating sugars or to stop eating like salty food.
No, I don't,
Mhm.
because I like to put sugars or salt in my food.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Um, it's also very tasty. No, it's delicious. Just maybe sometimes we shouldn't eat too much. No? All right.
Yes, I prefer with a little than without.
Yes, yes, me too. It doesn't have a very good taste without salt or sugar.
Yes.
All right, great. Thank you very, very much, Fleur. So see, we're going to have some of these examples or exercises with about many different topics. They're not going to be very academic, but we are going to try to practice a bit more like personal answers. Okay, Fleur? So now I have some tips that I prepared for you to improve listening. So today we're going to see one because it's a quite long one, and we're gonna try to finish the rest until we finish the rest of the classes, okay? They're very good listening skills, well, things that we have to pay attention to improve listening skills, okay? So because I know that sometimes it's a little bit hard to understand some information. So today we're going to see the first one, listen for gifts, okay? We're going to try to practice the rest during the rest of the classes, but let's start with the first one because it's very important. And I want to, after I explain this, practice one exercise. All right? So let's see what it means, gist. What do you think? Do you have any idea of what is gist? Fleur?
No.
All right. Yeah, it's not a very common word that we listen to, no? So let me explain a little bit. So when we say gist, we are talking about the general idea of something, you know, or the overall idea. No, like for example, someone start in the video. Can you tell me the overall idea of the video that we just watched? What do you think? It's the main idea, the overall idea of that video, the diet video.
Mm, I don't know what is overall.
Overall is like general.
Okay.
What's the general idea of, or the main idea, or no, la idea principal, la idea general, something like that.
Sorry, what is the question?
Yeah, no worries. Remember we watched a video about diet a little bit ago?
Yes.
So I was asking, what do you think, in your opinion, no? In your opinion, Flor, what do you think it's, what is the main idea? The main idea or the overall idea of the video?
Okay. I think the overall idea of the video is the importance of how to have a balanced diet.
That's great. Anything else that you would like to add?
Mm,
If not, that's okay. That's a main idea. That's a general idea, overall idea. No, like.
But other thing is don't trust in all the diets that exist, because there are a type of diet aren't aren't good for us.
Yes, excellent, great. Yes, that's actually the main idea. Now let's say that try to find those diets that are like fake, no, they're tricky, they doesn't work. That's what the video says, no? Excellent, great job, sir. So, if you think about, and anytime we're listening to something or watching something related, something like a video or or anything, no, that maybe we're watching and listening, but we're paying attention to what they are listening, they're saying, sorry. We're trying to understand what they are talking about. We're trying to understand this overall idea, this general idea, this main idea, no? Imagine you turn on the TV and the news are on. Now imagine right now, if you turn the TV on, there are many news all over TV, no? And I don't know, Uniter, Red Uno, ATV, Bolivisión, etc. No, the news are on right now. Las noticias, ¿no es cierto? Right. So when you listen to the news, every time they're changing the topic, they're changing the idea, right? And when we listen, we try to recognize this overall idea. We try to recognize and understand this overall idea. We don't always listen to every single word. We're not always listening to the details, but we're trying to see the overall idea. Now imagine, oh, and by the way, I was putting these examples. No, sometimes when we are answering, and I'm going to delete this, that's why I'm explaining this. No, when someone is asking you about your opinion, you can say, I think, in my opinion, I believe, no? Those some are ways that we can start a question. When we are not sure about our answer, we can say, oh, maybe, or maybe I'm not sure, no? Or I guess, no? These are some ways that we can answer a question when we're not sure about the answer, right? So we're also going to see some of these phrases that help us to answer questions. Okay, no worries. Anyways, what I was trying to say with my example of watching the news is that we always, usually, anytime we're listening to something in our main language, which is Spanish, no? We always try to listen to the overall idea. No, we want to know what they are talking about. That's the overall idea. No, so it doesn't matter the late. It doesn't matter how long is the audio or whatever we're listening to. It doesn't matter if it's brief or it's something long. No, it doesn't matter. Every time we listen to something, we should always, the first time we're listening to something, we should always try to pay attention to the overall idea, no? Unless we have to find some information. We need to find an information or a piece of idea, but usually this is how we listen naturally. No, naturally, we always try to listen to the overall idea. That's just natural for everyone, all right? So always, unless you need to find, and this is more for conversations, no? But unless you need to find a little piece of information in this audio, video, anything, you should try to listen to this overall idea. You need to understand, like, you need to have a general understanding, no? Especially when people is talking, no? Or they're describing things. So then you can engage with them, no? Do you know the meaning of engage?
Es comprometido.
Yes, it could be that, but like when we engage with someone, not like romantically speaking, we try to have a connection, no, with them. So for example, if we're talking right now, we're not going to try to listen to every single word. but we're going to try to have a general understanding, right? It's always like that in a language. So we should try to engage, no, with the whatever we're listening to, right? So any questions so far, Fleur, until here?
No.
Okay. Remember, this is anytime that we're listening to something, we should always try to listen to the overall idea, unless we need to listen for details, for a specific information. Let's see the next one. Next. So sorry. Okay, next one. Okay, so the first time you listen to something, pay attention to the gist, to this general idea, this overall idea, and then go deeper on subsequent list. So it means that we have to try to understand what they are talking about, and then we can pay attention to maybe some specific information that we need. Okay, so remember, this is important. If you don't need to pay attention to every single detail, no, for example, you don't need to understand, maybe answer a test, I don't know. If you don't need to pay attention to every single detail, you have to try to just recognize the general message, this general message, no? This is important, always, no? Because you are trying to understand what they are talking about, not maybe a detail, no? So pay attention to that first, what they are talking about. What is this audio, video, or conversation about? Then sometimes it happens, and it happened to me too when I was learning English, that we get nervous when we're going to listen to something. We put too much pressure on us. So it's important that we relax a little bit, no? Because when we put too much pressure on ourselves, we get nervous, and then we don't pay attention enough, no? This happens obviously in a second language that we are learning, no? And obviously, if we're talking about a conversation, no?
My picture, I don't hear. I don't hear you. Teacher? Hello?
Oh, now, can you hear me, Fleur? Sorry.
Yes.
All right, great. Okay, let's continue. All right. So I was saying that we shouldn't try to focus on too many details the first time we're listening. No, if we have the opportunity, maybe we're listening something to answer some information, we should try to understand first what they are talking about, and maybe the second time we can pay attention to detail. No, but the first time, don't try to just understand or recognize all the details. No, so this is important. And obviously, we're talking about this like an informal listening. No, maybe if you are listening to maybe the news, or maybe watching a video, or maybe a movie, etc. No, it's informal information. We should try to listen to the main idea first, not to this gist that we were talking about before. No, the first time you are listening. So you will, if you can listen to this one more time, then the second time, then you can pay attention to the details. You know, so first you recognize what they are talking about, and then the second time, then you can pay attention to the details. That's important. All right. So any questions so far?
No, I don't have question.
Okay, so we're going to practice a little listening exercise to see if we can, to see if we can practice this first tip. Okay, so next class we're going to we'll see this other topic, now listen for details. But let me share this really short exercise. Oh, I'm so sorry. 1 second, please. My internet is a little bit slow. So sorry, I don't know why it's not loading. 1 second. Okay, so let me share this little exercise. It's a really short one and it's very easy actually. But remember, the first time you're going to listen to, just try to understand what they are talking about. We have the explanation here. No, they are talking about music. No, but try to understand the first one. First time what they are talking about. The second one, then we can pay attention to the details. All right. So let me share this through the chat because it is easier, not for you to listen from your cell phone.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
So let's listen to that, and if we have time, we will listen the listening one. But I would like to listen, work with the listening two first. You can share your screen, please. I'll stop sharing it. Okay, great. We go all the way down to the second exercise.
Listening to.
Excellent. Yes, that one. All right. So listen the first one just to understand what they are talking about. And the second time, you will listen to the details. All right.
Okay.
Let's start. All right, great. So if you understand what they were talking about, a little bit of the context, now we can listen one more time and pay attention to the details. All right.
Okay.
Okay, great. All right, the first one is correct. Second one is correct. Oh no, no, sorry. Second one, yes, it's actually correct. Also correct. Number 3, number 4, correct, and number 5 also correct. Yeah, great. All right. What do you think? We have 5 minutes left. We can listen the first listening, which is a little bit shorter. All right. That. Same thing. Let's listen 2 times. The first one to understand the context and to understand what they are talking about, and the second one to look for details. All right.
Okay.
Okay, great. Let's start. All right, great with that one. Okay, that's correct. Number 8. The month, I don't think it's correct. But must bring. $50. It was about It was a little bit more. If you want to, we can listen one more time and you can review your answers. What do you think?
Yes, please.
All right, so pay attention to the part, no, and fix your answers. Number 2 is incorrect. Also number 3 and number 4. All right, try to check just those answers, please.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Excellent. Yes. Always. It starts with a T, I think.
In number 4, they say a thing that I don't know.
Yeah, they mentioned, actually they mentioned towels.
Towels?
Towels, Towel. Like when
This
you
is the
shower,
chaleco flotante?
no, to dry themselves. No, for example, when you take a shower, you need a towel to dry your body, no, because it's wet. Toallas, towels.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Towel?
It's TOWELS. Excellent. Yes, towels. In plural. Excellent. Great. The only mistake you have, it was 175, not 160. Well, yes, 175. Sorry, no 165. But it's a very similar. No, that's fine. All right. Yeah, the total cost is 175 pounds. All right, awesome. Oh, sorry, 475. So sorry, 475. Yes, all right. You can review the answers if you want to. Finish. Great. All right. Oh, why is it incorrect? Oh, maybe there is some space, but it was 2150699.
Okay.
Oh, it was 50, no 05. That's why it's a mistake. But everything else is correct, all right? So was it easier for you to listen this time, Zor?
Yes, it was more easy.
Okay, great. It was easier. All right. So tomorrow Friday. On Friday, we're going to see the next we're going to see a couple of tips to also to pay attention to information. All right, so let me run today's polls. And that will be it for today, Flor. Thank you very much. We will have, well, you let me know when you can change the time.
Now we can pass the class in the last hour if you want at 7 a.m.
Yeah, that's fine. That's also fine for me. That's okay. No worries.
Okay.
All right. So on Friday, I'll see you at 7 a.m. then.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much, Flor. So do you get the polls, today's polls? Did you get it?
No, I don't have.
Oh, maybe I can run it again. Sorry, one more time. Oh no, I don't think I can do it again. No, I don't think. Relaunch. Okay, what about now?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, thank you very much, Flor. So I'll see you on Friday then at 7 a.m. Thank you very much. See ya.
Okay, see you. Bye.
Bye-bye.